Hello you beautiful bunch, and thank you for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be going to Boots, their flagship store in Covent Garden, which is literally my favourite Boots store ever, and I'm going to be getting my makeup done. This was arranged through the PR because I do have to get permission to go there and film. You know, I can't just go there and then rock up with my big camera, my light on top and just be like, let's film. The makeup artist is happy for me to film the process as well. And Boots is one of my favourite stores to do makeup shopping in. So I'm really keen to see if the makeup artist has any products they recommend that I don't actually use or have in my routine. At the end, I'm going to tell you what I actually asked for because I do have an image that I'm going off. I think you guys would really like the makeup from the image as well. I got it off of Google, but I'll show you at the end when we compare the makeup look to it. So it's been a moment since we've done one of these videos. Let's go and get our makeup done.
Better do. So why do we do this dance? Are we moving too slow? Cause you need reassurance. Don't conflate issues. Why you always jump to? Do I really want you?
Sun is shining. It's such a beautiful day here in London. Okay, so I've just arrived outside the Covent Garden Boots flagship store. We're going to go in now and I'm going to introduce you to our Boots beauty specialist. Let's go in and start. Guys, I am with our Boots beauty specialist, Leanna here. She's got the products ready. Let's go. Switching to a voiceover now so we can talk through all the products, the application and all that good stuff. Okay, so she started off by priming the skin with a little bit of skincare. I haven't ever used this brand before, but I was really intrigued because I've heard really good things about them. Then she went in with a little bit of concealer onto my eyelids and then grabbed the Huda Beauty Nudes palette. And as you can see, she's picking up that really neutral shade there and using a fluffy Real Techniques brush just to press that onto the eyelid and then buff it out. I'm a fan of Huda Beauty eyeshadows. I feel like they work well and you do get a very nice colour payoff. She went in with this KVD pomade. As you can see, she's applying it onto her little dish here. I have to mention as well, all of the products were sanitised before we started filming, so she sanitised them all and then laid them out next to us on the little beauty counter. And as you can see, she's using quite a fine brush to create a little bit of a wing, and this is what it's looking like at this moment. And then she went and added a little bit more of a transitional colour into the crease and then grabbed a fluffier brush just to dust off like any fallout. Then it was time to do a foundation match and she took a Q-tip and applied two different shades onto my cheek. The first one you can kind of see a little bit more and then the second one kind of just disappeared into the skin, and she said that was the one she wanted to use. And I do feel like on camera you can see it literally looks like there's nothing on my face. Then she went in with this primer from Giorgio Armani, and do you know what? I'm not sure if I've ever used this primer before, but honestly I really liked it. Like, you know, that really fresh hydrated looking skin, that was right up my street. I reckon I'm gonna actually buy that myself. Then she took the Fenty liquid killawatt highlighter and wanted to do a little bit of strobing on the tops of my cheekbones, as you can see here. Then she grabbed the Urban Decay Quickie Concealer. I have seen this all over my For You page. I've seen so many people loving this concealer that I was actually so pleased that she tried it out on me because I hadn't ever tried it myself. She used the It Cosmetics brush to blend it out, then the Real Techniques little mini sponge, and then she took the It CC Nude Glow, which was such a nice colour match. Like, look, can you see what I mean here? It literally looks like there's nothing on my skin, and it gave my skin such a gorgeous hydrated glowy look, and it really was that nice sheer to medium coverage. Then she wanted to go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. I find that this sort of stuff helps my skin sometimes, especially when it's dry. So she went in, gave it a little spritz, and here is me literally having a chat whilst that is sitting on my face. I try not to move as much when I have setting spray on my face though, because I don't want to disturb the product underneath. And then she took the Byebye Dark Spots Corrector and popped it onto her dish and then started doing little dots around the cheekbones and forehead. I'm pretty sure this is a new product from It Cosmetics as well. I'd like to point out, majority of her brushes were Real Techniques, and if you're an old school YouTuber fan like me, you know that's the Pixie Woo sisters brands, and we love some Real Techniques brushes. At this stage she decided to go in with some blush and then some bronzer. I live for some bronzer, especially summertime. I love nothing more than glowing, healthy looking skin, and this particular bronzer is from Bobbi Brown. It's amazing how many high-end and drugstore brands Boots actually have under one roof. I love that. Then we went in with the It Byebye Pores powder. I actually haven't really explored IT Cosmetics too tough, and this day was such an eye-opener to how incredible their base products actually are. In the past, I tried a foundation from them called Your Skin But Better, and honestly that was such a gorgeous radiant foundation, and it kind of reminds me of the new Mario one that's on the market right now, although I haven't tried the Mario one, but the actual consistency and the look of it really does remind me of the IT one. Okay, yeah, so she just did that powder just all over the face, like in my laugh lines, forehead, that kind of thing, and then she went back to the Huda Beauty palette and just run it underneath the waterline. Then we grabbed some lashes. These are the Lash Couture from Kiss, and she actually applied these with her hands and didn't need tweezers, and I was like, oh my god girl, I could never ever do that. I always have to use tweezers to apply my false eyelashes, and if I don't have them, I feel like I can't get as close to the lash line as I want. Let me know in the comments, can you apply your lashes with your fingers or do you prefer tweezers? Because I need to know. I'm such a tweezer girl with my eyelashes. As you can see, she was just connecting the eyeshadow to the wing, and then she grabbed the new Fenty mascara, and of course she used a different one to apply it, and as you can see, she just blended in my eyelashes with the false ones on top. Then she asked me what was my favorite kind of lip liner, so of course I had a reference image to go off, and I did say that terracotta, and I think it is warm brown or pinky brown from Huda Beauty is my favorite, but I just felt like it needed to be a little bit darker once it was applied because the eye waterline underneath was a bit dark, so I just said, do we have a darker one? And then she grabbed Bobbi Brown Coca pencil, and I really did like the colour of this pencil, and I feel like it being a little bit darker made such a nice difference. And then she used the NARS Get It On soft matte product, I think it is. And did you know these MAC lip squirts are actually exclusive to Boots? I had no idea they were exclusive to Boots. And then she grabbed this pink colour one, and they have a slight like plumping effect to lips, but I just love how glossy they look. They're stunning. Anyways, this is the makeup in store with the lighting, so you can see it up close and personal. This is the result straight after. Guys, we are outside. The sun is shining, so I don't actually know if you're going to be able to see the makeup because it is quite sunny today, but we are going to go and walk to the station now, and I will give you a little talk when we get in about everything, show you the photos and show you close-up shots of the makeup. We are back home now, and I'm sitting on the floor because, you know, when you've been doing a lot of walking that your feet are just like stinging at the back. My feet have been rubbing, so yeah, they hurt. Anyways, this makeup has actually lasted my journey home in heat. So I've had a train journey, then I was having a bit of a issue with the trains, so then I had to get an Uber as well. So I've done a train and an Uber, and this is how it's still looking. Obviously I have my big ring light on right now. I'll see if I can try and lower a little bit for you so you can kind of get a little bit of a better glimpse. Oh, that's way better. I googled Instagram style makeup, okay? I felt like I wanted something quite flawless, quite bronzy, especially because, you know, we are in June. I just wanted something which is a style of makeup that I do personally like. I love glam, fluffy brows, dewy skin, overlined lips. That is my kind of vibe, you know? I googled some stuff and this image come up. I'm pretty sure this person has put a tutorial on this themselves, so I will also link that because I found this off Google Images, and obviously I'm going to credit the girl whose image it is. This is the image that I had kind of said to go off. Here we have the lips, right? Now let me just point out that MAC product, the MAC Squirt, oh my god, the fact I still have that on my lips is insane. The cheeks and the side of the face, front view, the eyes, the brows I done myself this morning. I put a little bit of pink honey, the brow glue, and just filled in the ends and left the brows kind of like natural, just because I feel like brows are so personal. And in the past I have gone to different beauty counters and I've had my brows done and I've hated them. You know, the shape is different, or they're not filled in enough, or they don't look as fluffy, they don't look as 3D, and I just think brows are such a personal thing. Well, the whole makeup is a personal thing, but brows I feel like really shape your face, and I'm so funny about my eyebrows. So I've just decided from here on out, ideally, I'm just gonna go with my brows done. Let's get into it. Let's talk about it. As you would have seen, she used multiple different brands on my face today. I've never used a Bobbi Brown lip liner, and the shade Coca is stunning. Now, IT Cosmetics, I've used their Your Skin But Better, but the product she used today, which is the, I think it's a CC cream, to my knowledge, I don't recall ever using that, right? okay? And what an incredible match she done. Like, didn't she match that so well to my body? That was such a good match. And when I left, the skin did look really radiant and lovely. Of course, I have been walking around in the sun and I've been traveling in London, but of course my face has gone a little bit more oily in these areas because it is so hot today. Overall, I felt like she did a really lovely job and she was such a sweet girl and we had such a lovely conversation. There was no awkwardness, and I feel like that's so important because, you know, sometimes you can go to places and get your makeup done or be asking questions or get a foundation match, and if you've not got someone who makes you feel quite comfortable, it could be really awkward. There was none of that today. And she was basically a Boots beauty specialist, and they have these in some of their stores, and what it means is these people specialize in all of the brands, so they have knowledge on all of them as a collective. You will still get people who work on your standalone brands such as, you know, Clinique, Alchemist, that kind of thing. And oh my gosh, today I didn't even realize, right, but today I saw that they had this machine in there, and I was basically told that Alchemist offer this thing where they take a photograph of your face, of your skin, and it shows you in more detail like your skin and what your skin needs. And I was like, oh, I need to try that. Literally, if I would have had time, I definitely would have been like, can I give this a go? But of course, you know, I was there just to get my makeup done today. I feel like Selective Boots offer a mixture of things. Elizabeth Arden offer like free hand massages. Of course, all of the counters pretty much will offer foundation matching if they have foundations on their stand. What I got done today isn't necessarily something you can just go online and book in. You'd have to see if your local Boots has the beauty specialist, and also if there's time available for them to try out the products on you. You know, you might want to go in there and find a new bronzer, new blusher, foundation, concealer. Of course, they are there to help you with finding the right products for you. But with that being said, if you have any stands within the Boots stores like Benefit, Clinique, that kind of thing, then there will still be the people who can solely work on that brand as well. I just find it so interesting how each makeup artist has done my eye shape, my lip shape, everything so different. And I've always said the same sort of thing, but I've given different like images to kind of go off. But it's interesting to see how people do my eye shape because of course my eyes are slightly hooded and I like to overline my lips. I tell every single person who has ever done my makeup in this series that I've done, I always overline my lip, especially in the middle part, every single one. And it's really interesting as a makeup artist myself, having makeup applied on me and seeing people's different techniques and stuff like this. And of course, along the way of doing these makeup counter series, different brands have given me different knowledge on their products, and I really, really love that. But the fact that we was able to arrange a visit to Boots, oh my god, I've been wanting to do this for the longest time, guys. Because Boots have such a range of brands, I really feel like they can showcase like some of their best sellers, like some of the best products, you know. Whereas when you go to one counter, sometimes they have an incredible foundation but then a not very good bronzer or a not very good concealer. You know how some brands have their star products? Today we didn't have to worry about that. But yeah, overall I think she did a lovely job. I think I would have just maybe brought the eyelash in a bit more. You see this part here, just so it goes in there, because I like to kind of like lift the ends of my eyelashes because I have small eyes, but that's just my preference. That's something that I've learned I prefer the look of, you know, along the way. Everyone has their own style, and yeah, so I would have maybe just brought that in. I reckon if I got a little bit of powder and just powdered like my T-zone area, I reckon this makeup would last even longer. But yeah, this has been our little trip to Boots. Let me know your thoughts. What stood out to you? What products were you like, love that, not too keen on that? Give me your thoughts. What are we thinking of the look? I will leave any links and information that I can in the down bar for you. And if you've watched my previous makeup counter videos, let me know what your top 5 are. That is enough from me. I'm gonna love and leave ya, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Until then, follow my Instagram, follow my TikTok. I post all the damn time on my TikTok.